we said that at, like on a job site I was on, or like when I was working out in the field. It's like, that's tight bottle. So like I would say that playing this game, and wife would look over at me like, what the fuck are you
sitting there with your headphones on, go tight butthole.
Because you just miss it by like that much.
Welcome to the Spindash Retro Gaming Podcast. Prepare yourself for the joy of classic gaming, fired straight into your delicate little ear holes. Fire away.
When you sent that link for a cabin, I got a little chubby. I was like, fuck yeah, let's rent a place on the lake.
I was just doing it to be funny because I'm like, hey, Matt, look.
Oh, I was a little wine drunk and I got wicked excited.
Oh, God.
John, you sent that.
You went off on.
You sent that link, John, and it was literally 9,000 characters. Like, if you clicked on that, I bet it took your social. I bet it tracked everything. I bet it's got your firstborn.
Oh my God! Don't use this as an excuse as to why you guys will never like VRBO something.
I've never seen a link that long. I mean, it was one of those.
That's VRBO. I don't know why it's so weird. But
I should have just responded TLDR and just never clicked it. Like, no.
I like that. When one of you guys gets rambling, I'm just going to say that.
It's normally me. Normally I send the walls of text, and everyone in the other group chat just kind of sits there and is like, oh, fuck, we have to answer. In order to get off this topic, someone's gonna have to respond to him. It's your turn.
I'll always say like one line or like haha or like something like cool or that. But Nick and Paul just read it and then just go, and they don't say anything.
Justin gets in there, puts a smiley face, and then doesn't come in for another month.
He'll like heart 7 things, then leave and go out and fucking in the trees.
He's committed to this friendship. He's like 7 things. He's out. See him next month.
Nick pulls a oh God, how can I need my segue. Nick pulls a Wario and takes control.
Oh, that was so forced.
Oh shit. I can't.
Shit.
Welcome to Spindash.
Shit.
We are on episode 43. I think I looked this up earlier. And that is also how old that I feel when I tried to exercise today. So just putting that up.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm still slacking off on the arcade one, so my numbering's all fucked. I don't actually know what number this is either.
I think it's 43.
Yeah. I'll get there eventually.
That's what we're going to tell all the podcast people, because that's what it'll show up as on your lists.
Fair enough.
How are we doing, fellas? I don't have any clever nicknames. I come up with one for myself in our chat here, but I don't do it for you guys.
It's very.
I know. The boss names are pretty good in this game, though.
We'll have to get into that. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. Feeling it.
Yeah.
Feeling it. I got some leftover Guinness from St. Paddy's Day, celebrating my 18% Irish heritage. So it was
18%, bud.
Dirt cheap at a gas station, and when I walked in there, I was like, "Well, I would be stupid not to buy this."
Very tasty.
So I did.
I'm finishing up some Corona Premier because my mother-in-law thought that this was the beer because we are cooking the corn. Because we just had St. Paddy's Day, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to cook a corned beef, cabbage, the works."
In Corona,
she thought for a beer. She's like, "Oh, just any beer," so she brought back Corona
for St. Paddy's Day.
Corona Premier, yeah. So I'm like, "No, you cook it in Guinness." She's like, "Oh, what am I gonna do with these 2 beers?" I'm like, "Yoink! I'll just take those. I know I can dispose of those quickly."
Saint Paddy's Day, the beloved Mexican holiday. Nice work.
Although I kind of have a strategy, right? So you go out to eat on St. Paddy's Day sometimes, and every pub is packed. you go to a Mexican restaurant, that is wide open. You can get a table.
Flip that and Cinco de Mayo. Go to the Irish pub during Cinco de Mayo.
Yep. Yeah, just flip them around for convenience sake.
You could go to, what the hell was the place in Lewiston that was classic Irish Mexican cuisine?
Pedro
O'Hara's.
Yes.
Because they had one in Brunswick that me and John
that's right.
went to a couple times.
That was pretty good, man.
It was tasty.
Yeah.
And trivia, it's a good time.
Yeah. I have a new thing.
Oh no.
So I snagged I think it was in like GQ. We got a catalog in the mail randomly, GQ. And I was
you
like,
didn't randomly get a GQ. You signed up for it, you ass.
I'll go get it. It's addressed to her. They think she gets, because her name's Rory, she gets mail for guys sometimes. But so they had a list of celebrity alcohols, right?
Oh no.
And like reviews of them in the back. So they trashed on Kylie Jenner's tequila. She has a tequila. Somebody else had a vodka. Anyways, the moral of the story is that the highest ranked one is Long Branch Matthew McConaughey's whiskey.
Oh, all right.
Right?
All
Right?
right.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Oak, and Texas Mesquite Charcoal Refined. So it's Wild Turkey is the parent company, but he made this with them. And I have to say, it's pretty good.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get some.
Yeah.
Does Liam Neeson have a company? Because I just found out recently that he's been known to just go out in public hammered and piss himself. Like it's not like a oh, this accidentally happened. Like this is a frequent occurrence that Liam Neeson goes out and pisses himself in public.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't.
Oh man.
I don't know what would make you get so drunk that you continually piss yourself.
That is, that's something.
I'm pulling this up right now. I'm gonna have to edit out a lot of Liam Neeson unapologetic pants pissing thread. There's a whole thread of Liam Neeson. He's pissed himself. He's pissed. Like he's posing next to this girl. He's like hanging out with her, the photo op while he's pissing himself. He pissed himself there. No, he definitely pissed him. I mean, look.
Oh man.
There's a whole.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. There's like 10 different incidents where he's gone out in public and pissed himself.
I mean, not like our character from the game of the week that we'll talk about later.
We're all just gonna have terrible segues from now on. Oh yeah, what are we? Pickups.
Ooh.
What you get?
I'll go first. So, man, I used to give you shit that I said this system was probably one of the crappiest systems.
You're
I
a
think.
garbage human.
I've been apparently just seeing games that I really, really like and really enjoyed for the Wii. So I ended up getting Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, there you go. Frisbee dog.
Gonna play Frisbee Dog and
Frisbee Dog, everything. And the other thing I got in Prelude, where I'm waiting for John to give me my Xbox.
Give me my Xbox.
Give me my Xbox.
A Mad Catz Xbox controller for a good old buck.
Oh, Mad Catz.
Solid.
Yeah. You
But
don't
those are my
want me to
pickups.
give that to you. There's strings attached.
There's always strings attached with you, sir. Always.
What about you, Matt? What'd you pick
I got
up?
nothing. I'm on a dry spell. I've actually committed to myself as a goal. I will not buy another game until Easter. I've committed. I just that's going to be my deadline. I'm going to hone it in because I've been finding that I've been browsing eBay way too much. And I'm like, wow, this probably isn't healthy.
Ooh, you got an itch. You must have a game. What, are you looking at for a certain game?
There's a bunch of NES games I want. And I'm like, this is kind of sad. I should probably just not do this. So I'm taking a break.
Right.
Then come Easter, I'm going to waste that and just piss it all away. But for the time being, I'm holding strong.
John, I saw you were sending a bunch of pictures of your crotch to us
Luckily,
with some stuff that's on top of your crotch.
Ayo, yeah.
What were
my
your pickups?
were, well, besides, thanks for noticing my crotch. I got a little bundle of NES
I saw
games.
Mario holding a pipe.
Yeah. So I got Dragon Warrior, the OG Zelda, the gold cartridge, not the yellow. I've never seen the yellow.
There's a yellow cartridge.
Yeah, it's rare.
No, there's no yellow NES Zelda.
I thought there isn't there just a plain cartridge, like a regular
There's just
cartridge.
a
yellow.
gray and a gold. Those
I heard somewhere that there's like a yellow and it's fucking crazy
Jesus.
valuable.
What is it? OG Zelda. Okay.
I got Donkey Kong Classics. I got RC Pro Am. I got DuckTales for Nick. I got Dr. Mario, and I got the cleaning kit in a box.
Oh, that's
all exciting
that's a
things.
Prototype cartridge.
Oh man! All right.
So
But
yeah, you're probably never gonna
It
see
does
it.
exist, so I have to take that back. He doesn't.
And they had sleeves. This guy, I got him off a construction site. He just met me, and so $30. I can't test them. $30 for the lot. Yeah. So I made out.
That's pretty solid. I think DuckTales is worth a good chunk.
If they work. Yeah, it's probably double, but I haven't looked too hard.
They'll work.
I really got to test them all. So, yeah, I got to get my NES working.
Well, them pins.
So, do you guys? Well, we always talk about our pickups. So do we have any like games that you want to get, or like there's a game that's just out there where it's like, I really want to get this part of my collection soon.
Matt probably has a list going.
NES. So I know that I want to get Battletoads because my uncle had it. There's a game called Palamedes. I don't know. It's a puzzle game based on dice. I think Taito made it. And then what else was on my list? They're not high value games. It's just they'll stack up. I like buying NES games. I have a thing for NES.
Yeah, that's me with Super.
Yeah. Super's too expensive. I've kind of walked from that.
It's crazy.
I've walked from GameCube. I've walked from that. Fuck that.
Yeah. 64 doesn't hold up for me anymore, so I won't really be invested in that.
Go for it.
I was saying, for me, it's I think always going to be still Sega just because of that having that, but I'm looking probably to go more handheld, I think, this year. So games I know I need to get for my Game Boy. I want to get OG Pokemon Red, actually, because that's the game I had there, and OG Pokemon Silver for just those.
Pokemon Red is a good price right now. It's pretty high.
It's not too bad. Some of them are staying a little low, but one other big game that I am actually looking for is for the Sega Hook. That was my favorite. That was one of my games of choice on my Sega.
Put it on the list. We'll put it near the bottom just because we're terrible people.
I know. Well, I'll maybe use that as a leverage or in case someone uses a terrorist way to get their game played this year.
I'm just going to say right now, we will be playing Metal Gear Solid, or I will stall this fucker I'll grind us to the ground.
All right. Get it going. No, I'm going to finish the bathroom remodel. So then next up is my Nintendo Cubby. My awesome, So I'll definitely
have Bobo help you on that. Like, are you doing like custom?
Oh no! I mean, maybe to get him to like figure some doors out with me, because right now they're just traditional doors. But like, it'd be nice to have something where like they could just come off easy. Yeah. Like a Jeep door. Like on the Jeep doors, you can just lift them up and out of the little things. So if I could do that and then have like I've already thought of like drawer slides on a platform, and then have all the power like in a storage behind it, and then the HDMI like one. I'll have like a multi-tap thing, whatever it is. You're
gonna get a fan in there.
Yeah, cool it down.
Yeah,
I could just drill a hole and it could go down to the basement.
Yep.
But I do. I mean, every time I'm like, oh, I want to play this. I got to like take out 6 freaking totes and find the cords. And then my kid's like, oh, what's this? So he'll just, he loves Nick, by the way, our next game. I set it up here.
Yeah.
And he'll come up, he'll be like, Dad, I want to play monkey game. So we'll come upstairs and he fucking loves it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky for the setup I have. But I do want to probably upgrade my, I think, 12-inch TV CRT into something a lot bigger.
You want the 27?
No.
Martha,
That thing's
break your fucking back, moving it down your stairs.
Yeah, I know that TV all too well.
This thing is so big. Jesus.
Lord.
I don't think I'll be able to get it out. I think I'm just going to shove it out a window.
Hey, want to see something cool?
It'll survive. It'll make it.
Oh, my God. My stairs are just treacherous to get anything up and down.
Oh. Moving anything up into your stairs. I'm always impressed of what you do get up those stairs. Like I'm like, oh, then I'm thinking like, none of that's coming down those stairs again.
Because I got strong wife.
Make her do it all, honey.
The Viking blood. I'm like, yeah,
honey. Could you if you see that meme where the guy's got the tablet and he's like pointing to it, and one of the actresses, it's in like Thor Ragnarok, or one of those was this giant woman, and she's like looking down at him, and everyone's like, honey, can I get this? And it's like, oh, maybe. If you see that meme, that'd be you. Honey, can you put my CRT up in the office for me?
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Yeah. So strong like Wario?
Yeah, there it is.
Strong like that Wario booty. So, after much deliberation in our preamble, we played Wario Land 3 for the Game Boy Color, which was released right in 2000, which makes sense why I never fucking played it, because I was Pokemon 24/7 at that point. So, yeah. I didn't even know of the Wario Land series, really.
I mean, I think the only reason I had a handheld in that time was because of the Pokemon game. So it wasn't because I wanted to play any of these other great gems. And this game was a gem.
Dude, this was a good one.
Like, I was so shocked. One, I think I like the Wario games better overall than the Mario games.
They're more interesting.
Definitely
I played Super Mario Land.
It's a completely different. These don't play like Mario games, completely different aspect. I mean, all in the Wario Land series, but this one was. I was laughing. I was just giggling, just every little thing, because you don't die. You like take on different aspects of when you get hit by different creatures.
So
and they're like. Weird.
So to kind of rewind what you said, initially Wario, and John, if I'm jumping ahead, just tell me to shut the fuck up. But
no, we'll just go wherever.
Initially, Wario Land games played like Mario games because that's where Wario got his start. He was in 6 golden coins.
Right.
And then they gave him his own game, Mario Land 3 Wario Land was.
Didn't they put one on Virtual Boy too?
Yeah, that was the second one. So the numbering's fucked. This is so Wario Land 1 is Super Mario Land 3 Wario Land. That's the first one.
Yep.
Then there's Virtual Boy Wario Land, which is the second one. Then Wario Land 2 is the third one, and then the numbering's fucked from then on. So the first two, Wario Land 1 and Virtual Boy Wario Land, play an awful lot like Mario. And then with Wario Land 2, it's where they kind of diverged and Wario kind of became his own thing.
Yeah. I think I had the Virtual Boy Wario Land.
Fucker, you pissed me off that you got rid of that.
Yeah,
That was actually on my list. And then when you threw this on there, I took it off. I had Virtual Boy Wario Land as one of our games this year.
Oh, man.
And I was going to make us all buy 3D glasses. Well, us all, not you, Nick. You and me, John.
Oh, I know.
Because, yeah, the emulator will do it up. So, if you're wearing 3D glasses, it will look 3D.
Yep. No, that's cool.
But,
yeah.
Fucking Wario. So I added my notes that I want to talk about Wario's design. So what do you guys think of Wario's design?
I love it, dude. It's a little bulky in some aspects, but like the graphics were really good and funny to boot, and the same with the sound. Like it was good, but also it had some comedy, Like when Wario's climbing the ladder, his ass is just shaking. It's like, oh, all right, yeah.
I love Wario. I think Wario is up in like the top echelon of Nintendo character design. The top echelon.
Yeah.
And people are like, why would you say that? He's just a copy of Mario. So, okay, so here's my rant for you, right? You play the Legend of Zelda games, and there's Dark Link, right? What is Dark Link? Well, he's just a shitty dark version of Link.
It's
Dark Samus.
It's dumb.
It's just a dark version of Samus. What is Wario? Yeah. Wario is a dark version of Mario, yes, but he's also a piece of shit. That is like, and they have so much creative freedom with that because it's like, well, he's a piece of shit. He can do all these things Mario can't. He's like this amazing anti-hero. So
yeah, I was gonna say he goes between anti-hero and just straight up villain. Like he toes that line. It's
he's
good.
A thief. He's greedy. He's gross. He's like this repulsive version of Mario, so he can be funny. Like
it's so good.
He's so flexible. They can do so much with that design. You know what he's based off from? Do you see that in any of the things you've read?
No, what was it?
His design was based off two characters. Stromboli from Pinocchio. Do you remember the guy who he goes and works for Stromboli?
Yeah.
Him and Bluto from Popeye.
Oh, yes, dude. Yeah, I was going to say, like, that makes sense. Bluto is brutal. And kind of like, what's the one on fucking Mickey Mouse, Pete the Cat?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Bluto and Pete the Cat kind of tie together. They might also have a similar voice. But yeah, dude, he's good. He's a good character.
So like in the Japanese version, I think of like Mario Kart, they made him German for some reason. Like everything he says is German, and in the US one, they didn't get the memo. So what was his name? Charles Martineau or Martinet? Whoever does the Mario voice just did a different version. But in the Japanese one, they made him German.
Mario. Isn't it like that? Isn't it like Wario?
Yeah. I'm gonna win.
He does that in the Mario Kart. He definitely sounds.
He's just
a little Italian. Like he's on the Italian-German border in that region.
Oh man.
Oh dude.
Let's lose some German and Italian listeners today and really just sink this fucking thing.
Take her down, Captain. Take her down.
But yeah, I love Wario. Like he's just such a great character, and I think with a game like this, or like a series like this, like the sky was the limit. They could do whatever the hell they want because he's not Mario. He's a piece of shit. Let him do whatever he wants.
You had a lot of freedom. Yeah, you could do like a quest. You could do. I mean, they did that with Mario too. They did RPG. They did puzzle game. But like, this taking on its own path, dude. It's a puzzle platformer.
Now,
there's not a lot of. What's up?
Would you call this a Metroidvania? I've been debating with myself.
No.
Kind of.
Why do you say no? Because I was going to start a fight on this. It doesn't have a central hub world. I mean, it's got a map, an overworld, but it's not interconnected is my only argument I can find against it.
That might be it. And the fact that you can't die. It's its own. Yeah.
That's another thing about the design of this game that I love too, is that he is a piece of shit, and he's such a piece of shit. He won't even die. Like you, the gamer, the game punishes you by annoying you. Like, oh, you know,
I almost was, at a couple points I was like, why I just die here and not have to fuck with this one thing? Because like if as soon as you get hit, you just roll a couple times, like as a snowball, you just roll across the whole fucking level, and you're like, yep, all right, got to do that all over again.
Yeah,
it was tough.
But it's just some. You had to also utilize some of whatever happened to you too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a clear room, you might have to get squashed and turned into a spring.
Yep.
Or you have to go up high and there's no place to jump. There's that creature that pins you and blows you up, and you just like what was so great about this game of all those like little things. They're just so comedic and so cartoony. And the actions that should be, in a sense, harm you are actually helping you into making it through this game.
One of those ones where you had to get flattened, and then you had to cross under two more guys that would pull you up.
Yeah.
And then you had to jump up some, and then you had to go slide in this little part. It's like, holy crap, man. That took me like 6 minutes to get it exact. And it's, like 2 screens. And you're like,
I love how your power-ups are his suffering. Like in order to like, his peak performance, he has to get injured, smashed. His head has to get inflated, frozen, electrocuted. Like, I love that. Like he's just a crappy character that you just want him to get hurt in order for good things to happen. It's awesome.
I think I would petition. I might write a letter to Nintendo to be like, make Wario Land 5 on the Switch tomorrow.
What's the last game that they've done anything like this? Wario Land Shake It for Wii? Is that the last?
Those were like fucking little party games.
That's a platformer.
Oh, it is?
Really?
Yeah, it's a platformer.
Oh shit.
I've been
Wario Land Shake It?
Yeah, I've been eyeing it.
Oh man, because I thought it was just smooth moves, which was all like mini games and kind of weird, funny things.
They had a game on GameCube, Wario World. I think Treasure made it, actually. He's had other games.
Oh, snap. Yeah. All right. That looks... How'd the reviews go in for that one? Is it Wii U or is it just Wii?
I don't know how it is.
All right.
I wish they...
It's all right. It's pretty good.
It looks... the art style's cool.
Yeah.
I wish they'd bring Wario back in a big way. I'd love to see him back in a side-scrolling game, just like these. Because
they could do wonders on the Switch.
The formula is awesome. Like I just you can see how he became his own character, and he's not just a Mario, spoof or something. He's his own thing. Like
right, yeah. They made evil Mario, but then he went totally into the stratosphere.
So
that's cool.
Like it's treated like a secondary now with the games. Like he's like background character, or
you kind of pegged him to the WarioWare games. It's kind of
he is a prick to play in Mario Party. Let me tell you. Yeah, he always gets all the bonus stars because we just bought Mario Party for the Switch. Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
It's good. It has all the old games on it. But he's a savage.
So how would you describe the levels on this? Because that is definitely, this game works much differently than Mario.
Yeah.
It's weird because
you can get one thing in like 2 minutes. The beginning stuff, or if you have something unlocked, like it's easy. But they notch up after a certain point, right? Like each level has
4 treasures,
4 keys. 4 treasures, so they're all interwoven. You have to go unlock something else down the road and then come back. So you're constantly going back and forth.
You're
like if you tried to draw a road map on this, it would be fucking nuts.
So you've only got like 4 worlds. You got north, south, east, and west, and you're constantly bumping back and forth the various levels in north, south, east, and west. And there's not a whole lot of levels. Like each world maybe has 4 or 5 levels in it tops.
I think it's 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 because there's what is it? There's 4 there's 4 regions, 5 levels each, so that's 20, and then there's 4 keys.
4 keys, so that's
right? 4 treasures in each
so
one.
Must be
so that's 80.
Must be 5. There's 100 treasures.
Yeah.
But
and the goal is that you have to get the music boxes, right? Because Zordon is trapped in the music box.
It is like Zordon.
It's like Oz and Zordon had a fucking weird tiki baby. Like, he is weird looking.
This one's kind of different. Like, I think the other Wario games, I can't remember the name of his main bad guy. It's like Captain Syrup or something like that. Something syrup based. Is like Wario's arch nemesis is this syrup pirate guy. But in this game, he's just like flying around in his plane. He crash lands, and he ends up in this magic music box.
He goes in a cave and he's like, fuck. At first I was like, is that a gumball like machine? Like, what the fuck is this? And then, you're half paying attention because we kind of check out for the story now most of the time. And then we read about it later and you're like, oh yeah, that's that. All right. What the fuck? And dude, he is a scary motherfucking clown is what he is.
And I like
in the end, I didn't get to the boss fight, but I looked it up and yeah, he's Jesus.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to know that what he's doing is tricking Wario to free him. What's clearly got to be some evil. And just during the first interaction, you just get that. You get like, oh, that's a bad guy. Oh, and I'm helping this bad guy with a guy that's probably even worse than him. Ultimately, yep. He's so sleazy. It's so dirty. How he goes in and, like you said, he's I think it's funny. Like the graphics on this game, when the character just moving back and forth, was phenomenal. Like it actually it held up. Like it didn't feel like I was playing such an aged game, or even though it was. I think because it's 8-bit and because of just the character model, even for the sprites, what they are, was really good for a Game Boy Color, I think
it's really, I would go so far as to say it's really good for a Super Nintendo game, even before. So, like, it doesn't have the color depth that you'd get on a Genesis and Super Nintendo, but the amount of friggin' sprites that they had to put in for every dumb thing that happens to Wario, like the amount of sprite work that was done for a Game Boy game. Like, it's incredible. And so, John, going back to something you said, like, I went into this like, okay, this is a Game Boy game. It's a Mario game for Game Boy. 2 hours. We're going to bang this sucker out. Like, this is going to be an easy week. This game is no joke. Like, you are getting your money's worth out of this bad boy. Like,
I spent a lot of time trying to figure stuff out and going back and forth, and every animation was well done. Like, they really maxed it out. And I think being late stage in the Game Boy Color lifespan, like, 2000, 2001 was kind of like the end before Game Boy Advance came along, right?
Yeah, in that region.
Yeah. So how long they dialed this one in.
How long to beat has this game at 11 and a half hours for main story? Completionist is 20 hours, and this is a Game Boy platformer. 20 hours for a Game Boy platformer.
That's crazy.
Like, they cram-packed this cartridge.
Even though this is a platformer, it felt like almost a RPG in a sense of you're questing.
The adventure aspect.
And you're actually doing more adventure. Actually, so it's more have a heavy adventure game.
I really like puzzle games, so this was awesome. Like, I fell right in with this. Like, oh, okay, you gotta, but the fact that you don't die and you constantly get knocked back or down, or like you gotta redo your steps. It got frustrating in some of the puzzles.
Like, sometimes you're like, I just want to die and start this completely over.
Yeah.
Be anew. And you're like, no, you have to go through the agony of going through all these other steps.
so I picked this because I just went through my rummage bin of random shit that I've picked up over the last year. And this was one of the games. And I was like, all right, yeah, this is good. And I think I had Wario Land 4 as well. But I picked this one. And I didn't check it. So I got to sleep in. I got to sleep in one morning. So I went out and I fed the dog and the cats, and I was like, oh, fuck, I better grab this game because I'll just play that in bed. And I go to turn it on. I'm like, uh-oh, it wasn't working. So then I test it with another game. I was like, make sure that the Game Boy is good. I was like, all right, it's not that. And then I look, and there's just a black goo on the back of the game. I was like, oh, shit. So a pen leaked in the whatever over time, and it kind of messed it up.
I want to stab on it. You keep that game. I want to take a crack at that bad boy.
All right. Yeah.
Run some traces.
You can. Yeah, we'll see. And so I had to emulate, which caused a serious fucking problem because on some of the emulation methods, I don't know if it's the method or just as a whole, but you cannot get the red key from the pool of ruin or rain or whatever.
What's it do?
When you're climbing, when you go to the left and you climb up that vine, like right off the start, you jump over and there's a vine you got to climb up and there's a coin and you go up like this tunnel.
Yeah.
You can't. You just hit the ceiling and you can't go up anymore. It's like where that rock got pushed up by the vine.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. You can't. You just stop.
That's frigged up.
Yeah. So I jumped around a lot after that. I was getting other stuff, but I was like, I think I'm done.
Well, yeah, because the way the game works is like you keep going back and forth. Like it keeps sending you to, and you get. So that was another thing I liked about this game. Like I played through it. I'm like, wow, there's no whole lot of levels to this sucker, but you keep getting more level. Like in each level, your ability to access more and more of that level keeps expanding as you get more abilities. So like in your case, you could only go so far because the game eventually is going to stop you. Like you can't get a jump or you can't get a block break or, a super swim or what, his other special moves. You can't get that. So you're done.
Right. I was forced to put it on the shelf until I can figure it out. But so like the levels impacted each other too. So like you had the magic beans and the vines grew. So it allowed you to go to different places on other levels that you had been to before. And I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was on like Mega Man, right? Mega Man X, where one level, if you beat it before another one, would have an effect.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Like what was his name? The Storm Eagle. If you crashed his ship into the factories in the Mandrill, right? Like wouldn't it wipe out a bunch of that stuff?
That does that. And then I think if you beat Chill Penguin, it freezes the Fire Elephants level, so it doesn't have lava. Like all the levels interplay. Yeah, that was a good pull on that. I didn't even think of that.
Right? I just remember that.
Mega Man reference.
Oh.
Matt's favorite.
I know.
Hard.
No, I liked it. I didn't really. So this is my first time playing this type of game. So it was weird going through the levels because I was traditionally just playing like a traditional platformer.
Yep.
Just go through levels, go through this level. Then I got stuck. I'm like, okay, what is not going on? Okay, so we'll try this. And I'm like, oh, this is a fairly open level in a sense of I have to go do this task here. Then I got to find where hopefully I correct this task here and go over here. So it was weird trying to get used to that rhythm because you can actually complete other stuff ahead of time.
Yep.
So that's what I was like, let's just keep on playing the level until you clear the whole level. So I was like, I've opened up little things here. So I had like one item actually a lot earlier than another. Like I think I got the butt stomp somehow randomly just playing through the level. I'm like, I'm supposed to have it because I was looking through walkthroughs like, you do this. I'm like, okay, I'm skipping stuff because I found myself Like I got the fourth treasure on one before the first one.
Weird.
On some of those, like it was just weird because
Yeah.
I'm like usually it's kind of staggered through the game level. It's just weird. Just unique mechanics were just built into this. Like
The boss fights too.
Oh.
Every boss fight was a little different.
Yeah, they were really, and there's a lot of bosses in this game.
They're comical, very comical.
The rabbit, the tortoise, and the hare. You had to play
the soccer. That one was awesome. This is so ridiculous.
Oh my god! And then there's the fucking mud kip, like muddy little with a spiky booty.
Yeah, you just like flinging your ass up on the net.
Yeah. Man, this was an interesting game. It was so I want to meet. I couldn't find out like who really came up with it because it's just like a Nintendo made game. So I'm like, well, all right, but the developer, I didn't get to that.
Yeah, it's R&D 1 who's the one that made it, and they make all the weird shit at Nintendo. Like they were the ones that came up with Metroid, and actually, I think the guy who designed Wario also designed Samus. But they're kind of known for weird shit, so I'm not shocked that. I mean, I'm not shocked that this is where it ended up. As you work through Mario Land, you can kind of see the weirdness of Mario Land kind of evolving and becoming Wario, which is very, very fucking weird.
Well, so I'm reading up on it, and it says idea to introduce Wario as a new character originated during the development of Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. So when they probably had them all penned out, and they're like, "Oh, how do we bring this character in?" Like you said, the Super Mario Land, where like a fairly comical, unique world. Like, oh, these probably might be a good way to enter him into this world. So it's pretty nifty stuff that they have. Rather than having Mario fight for the benefit of someone else, Princess Daisy in Super Mario Land 2 Mario games leading up and desire to provide Mario with a new objective rather than having Mario. So he's pretty much created instead of having Mario have to always save the princess.
Yeah, so like in Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, Mario is fighting because I think Wario kicked him out of his castle. So while Mario was doing Mario Land 1, Wario came in and kicked him out of his castle. So Mario has to go and take back his castle. So then that's how Wario gets his own game, is because I think in Wario Land 1 or Mario Land 3, fucking numbers, Wario doesn't have a castle, so he tries to go steal it from these like syrup pirates.
I gotta look this up, man. So now that Nick is going to get a snack, we're going to call Nick the syrup pirate because he's got the munchies. Oh boy,
syrup pirate's back.
Long John Syrup, the pirate, the munchie pirate.
Oh boy.
Enjoy that crinkling.
Oh my god. The editing. I'm going through. Oh, you know we haven't talked about? The golf mini game. What did you guys think of the golf mini game in this?
Fuck, that was a bitch.
Shit.
You had to like. I hit it. I'd be like, fuck. I must have wasted like 100 coins the first time.
That was my average 100 coins.
Jesus, yeah, you had to get that just Nat's ass on.
So like the way it works, it's kind of like a lot of golf games in that you have like a power meter. So in this one, like you have the upswing and there's like different tiers of color, like yellow, orange, red, or something like that. And you want to like maximize your drive, you go to the red, but then like the icon like swings back and you've got to get it in between this like blue set of blue lines.
It was tricky to get it. And like I felt even if I hit it dead on, it still wasn't that powerful. You know, you could miss it a little bit and it didn't make that much of a difference. And like, oh, you got it in the fucking rough, you shit.
That
and like,
sucks because you'd go and you'd have a good drive. Like you'd actually pull off for once what you were supposed to and you'd end up in the friggin' drink.
Yeah. So you'd have to, like, it allowed you to see beyond the course, but you're going to hammer it the first time anyway. You're not going to be like, wow, this is a par 5. Let me just chip it here.
Yeah.
And then fucking hope that I can make it again. I swung for the fences every goddamn time. Because it's like, I need to. Yeah. Yeah, that was tricky. I did not enjoy that.
I loved when he missed it, which I did frequently at first. He just like ate shit. I absolutely love that.
Those yeah, it's funny.
I didn't know where it ever came from, but it must have been a TV show. Like, oh, that's tight butthole. I think it was Workaholics. Like, if something's like close or really challenging to do, it's like, that's tight butthole. And we said that at like on a job site I was on, or like when I was working out in the field. It's like, oh, that's tight butthole. So like I would say that playing this game, and wife would look over at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
You're sitting there with your headphones on, go tight butthole.
Because you just miss it by like that much. Oh God.
I have like Tourette's when I play a game like this, and I do the same thing. I'll wear headphones because I want to hear the music, you know. And we'll be sitting on the couch, and Nikki will be sitting there watching the TV show, and all of a sudden I'll be like, "Oh, you fuck ass!" And it's just sitting there, and of course I'm just sitting there. I got the light shining on me. I got my purple Game Boy, so I can't see anything. Squinting at this, like screaming at it. Fucking 36-year-old man child screaming at his Game Boy.
You know you're old when. Oh man! Oh, speaking of that, it was like I got on TikTok and Tourette's guy is on TikTok. The dude with the fucking neck brace we found on YouTube. Somebody posted a TikTok with him, and I was like, Jesus, it has come full circle that this man is on TikTok, because that's like the first YouTube video I watched.
Yeah. Everything comes full circle.
Oh my God. I loved it.
That's my missing.
This was a good game. We want to let's throw it up on the ranking boards.
We also last time didn't, because we were caught up in the heat of the moment with Dan there, we didn't rank KOTOR. So here is the rankings for KOTOR and Wario Land 3. And I'll work back, just because lead some suspense. So John, you put Knights of the Old Republic, and you never responded, so this is where I put it.
Oh, I did. Didn't I?
Yeah, not the second one. So did you want it between Diablo and Aladdin?
Yeah.
Is that your intent?
It goes above Aladdin. Yeah.
Yeah. So John, you put it in your 18 spot is where it ended up between Diablo and Aladdin. And then Wario Land 3, you put in your 9 spot in between Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance.
Yep. It takes Castlevania out.
Nick, you put KOTOR below Resident Evil, above Jet Grind Radio. And you put Wario Land 3 below Mother 3 and above Aladdin. And that is in your 11 slot. So, John, you were the high pick on Wario Land 3.
Yeah.
Because I had Wario Land 3 below Cave Story and above Resident Evil. So it's in my 12 spot.
12, all right.
Yep. I had KOTOR much lower because I just can't stand Western RPGs. And I'm glad you guys brought the average up. So I have KOTOR in my 27 spot, below Jet Force Gemini, above Senti.
Wow.
Someone somewhere is fucking hating me right now, but I'm relying on you guys to bring the average. So when it's all said and done, Wario Land 3, because of the way the math works, John, it's actually in our 9 spot. So you're ranking it. Wario Land 3 is our in the top 10.
And if it was 10 to 12, I figured that's everybody would put it up there.
KOTOR is in our 22 spot, but the math is weird in that, and then it's in a 4-way tie right now. So depending on how we insert other games, that's going to fluctuate over time. But it's tied right now with Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Jack Ryan Radio, and Aladdin. They're all in a 4-way tie.
Wait, what's the fourth one?
Aladdin for SNES.
Aladdin, KOTOR, Jet Grind, and Episode 1.
Racer, yep.
Yeah. 2 Star Wars games right there.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I got a top 10 pick.
And you didn't even try, is that you weren't even pulling rank, because anyone could go and just like pick Chrono Trigger, put their dick on the table, and we're all just gonna go, yep, it's number 1. Fuck off.
I was hungover and I just whipped out my fucking box of treasures and I was like, this one.
Well, Matt, you also requested a short game. You're like, oh, I wanted a short game.
Yeah,
just something that you wanted, like a palate cleanser.
Now, you didn't do that because you picked a 20-hour game, but it was a very easy-paced.
I was flipping through it. I had fucking Dragon Age or Dragon Warrior or whatever, like right there, and I was like, oh man, this would be a good one. And I was like, that's too long. Fuck it. And then I'm like rifling through, and I'm like, yeah, all right, boom, we'll do this one.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I've only dabbled in Wario Land. I've never partaken in full-on Wario Land.
It is good shit.
This is my first Wario Land game, actually, I ever played.
This is the one I fell in love with.
Yep. And again, John, I know you didn't mean to, but you picked a fucking gem. So don't pick games you really want, I guess, or don't mean to pick games.
Every time you've planned on a game, John, we've just crucified it. Well, that's not true. But no, you researched Body Harvest. So no, when you plan your games, it turns out like shit. When you just throw darts at the wall, you're rewarded heavily.
Well, I didn't research Beyond Good and Evil. I just was like PlayStation 2 hidden gems, and that was on the list. But yeah, I guess I'm like every other. It's either I hit it or I miss it. And that's fine, because that's what my stance was in wiffle ball every time I played. I'm not going for base hits, man. I'm not that fucker.
If you had read, and I'm trying to find it now, like Wario Land 3, when it came out, like critical acclaim.
Yeah.
Like, top high ranks.
This is top 10 Game Boy Color games on a lot of lists that I saw.
What beats it out is what I would like to know.
Pokemon.
Someone's gonna say Crystal, and I'm gonna go. I don't know. I think this may be top Game Boy Color.
There's a Dragon Age or something. I don't know.
Dragon Warrior.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to think about that. I mean, I would put this higher than Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. What else is my contender for top?
Oh, right. Oracle of Ages, yeah.
Let's see. All right. So GameSpot has
Mario Tennis on the game. Get bent Mario Tennis.
What? That game's great.
On the Game Boy Color? Fuck no, it isn't. 64 is way better.
So top 10 best Game Boy Color games is Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening DX.
That's bullshit.
That's like, oh, here's rehash. Zelda Oracle Ages and Oracle Seasons.
Ages is better than Seasons, in my opinion.
Mario
one's
Golf.
Puzzly, one's actiony.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Tennis.
I like the puzzle one.
Metal Gear Solid.
We would never know.
On the Game Boy Color, though, really?
No, because it plays like the old MSX Metal Gears. It's like a similar story to Solid on PlayStation, but it plays like the old NES games.
I mean, there's some pretty good games. I don't know about the rankings, though. It doesn't really say rankings.
Link's Awakening DX is a fucking cop-out. That's just
that's
like,
that's just a remake.
Yeah.
That's when Nintendo really started to trying to get all their money worth out of everything. Which is update the color palette to this
Wario
game.
Land. Yeah, Wario Land for the Switch. Come on, Nintendo, make it happen. I'd buy that.
Yep. Yeah. I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And make it just like this, 2D. Kind of a Metroidvania exploration game. Those are huge now.
Yeah.
That game would get gobbled up so friggin' quick.
I don't get why they're not. Yeah.
They're pulling a Sega. They're sitting on an amazing IP and doing absolutely nothing with it but mini games.
And I like how this game had those mini games and built into it.
The fucking golf.
I think that's where it came from, though. And the other Wario games had kind of like mini games too. So I'm wondering if that's where it kind of got born out of.
Probably.
Well, Wario's got that.
Smooth Moves was pretty fun when you're just hanging out and you got to do dumb random shit.
Well, yeah, Wario is like this shitty. Like Wario is a drunk. We all know it. He's on some stuff. So it only makes sense that he's at the number one. Like get shit faced.
Yeah.
When you're done playing Rock Band, put in some Wario, and
we need to play Rock Band again.
Yep.
We got to figure out how to make that happen.
Oh God,
Nick, you can be singer. I'll play keyboard.
Try and Splash the reunion.
Wait, you guys use a keyboard? We did a keyboard one.
There is, yeah. I started on it. Dan got rid of all of his Rock Band shit.
We never did a keyboard.
I could buy it.
We had the drums, bass, guitar.
Yeah. I made Dan buy the keyboard and like after we moved out of college, and then I only got to use it like twice. I remember I was playing the keyboard and singing at one point. That was challenging.
You sucked at everything but Blondie. For some reason,
I don't have a good range, man.
Why Blondie is your thing?
You should have been singer, Matt. You have a better range than I do.
Yeah. No. Oh, shit.
That's going to get you like 7 beers deep, and then you can sing.
I have to be drunk.
Yeah.
It has to be almost blackout drunk to be karaokeing.
Matt,
Nick.
So I'm off here and not even listening to you guys, obviously.
No, Nick's in La La Land.
I mean,
what are we doing next?
I wanted to check out the rankings. And Matt, the top 1 and 2 is, again, the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. Again, Bull. But I think you cut that off. What would be number 1? But Metal Gear Solid for the Game Boy Color.
You'd put that. You haven't played it. We haven't. Ghost Babel. We haven't played it.
So, your top actual Nintendo game is a Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll have to play that someday. We'll have to play Metal Gear Solid. Let's concentrate on getting through Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation, and then we'll play the Game Boy Color one.
Now
in another 8 years, maybe.
I know we've been all over the place on this game, just because this game and your character goes all over the place. You're backtracking left and right. But I think that's what made this game like feel so different from any. I think that made it feel so much different from any typical Game Boy Color game. Where I'm like when John picked us, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a nice, quick, easy platformer. Cruise through, do it. But
we love your cruisers.
Well, yeah, you just coast right through the whole level. But I like the fact that you had to kind of think what you're doing. You kind of had to plan, in a sense, your missteps to get the power of the misfortune of Wario. All that bundled up, and the graphics, I think this definitely should always be like the top 10 game on this list. I mean, I was not expecting to really enjoy this game and look forward to it, where I stopped playing all my other games that I had going on. I strictly played this.
What'd you play it on?
I played it on that little handheld emulator that.
Yeah, you did. That thing's a fucking champ.
PSP, baby.
Yeah.
I've been sending those to. I sent that to the group because there's one that was $50.
Yeah,
it was working.
If I didn't just buy that other stuff, I would have jumped on that. But regular Nintendo games are
your jam.
Super and regular, man. I gotta get them if they're a deal. It's part of me.
Well, I mean, they're so expensive now. I mean, you can't go anywhere buying a game and getting completely robbed on the price, or like this looks retro. So, it's Madden 97.
Yeah,
There's
right.
millions of them. I'm going to still charge you $6 for this. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, I tested that Xbox that I got for free.
And
it works, and it had a game in it.
Hey!
What game?
Like Forza or something. That one of those realistic racing games. I was like,
nah.
But it works. Fired right up.
Which is good, Nick, because we can't help you on a mod chip on that thing because you can't get chips anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like 3 months away having ordered a Raspberry Pi, not getting it. Like, you're not getting a mod chip.
Nick, do you want an Xbox or an Xbox 360?
Xbox.
Okay, I'm going to sell the rest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nick, what do we got next?
Oh, next game. We're going sticking with the Nintendo line. We're going to the 64, and we're playing with everyone's favorite monkey, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong 64.
Game. Monkey game.
Have you beaten it yet, Nick? Because I know you've been playing this.
I played about 25% through, and that's where I left off. I've been playing John's game. So
so you slowed him down. Very nice. No, I'll have to start that soon.
Yep. I do suggest tweaking and going in beforehand and tweaking your settings for cameras because it'll help quite a bit with this.
Okay.
Because you can do it. The good thing is you can actually do it mid game to mid play while playing. But yeah, tweak those settings. It'll make the game a lot more enjoyable. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I've already been taking pictures, sending you guys different things. The best rap game in the town.
Can't wait to hear the casting.
And it's holding up. So I'm excited. You guys should be excited. It's
We'll
going
see.
to clearly hit. I say you guys will put this in your top 3.
Your prediction on my list is that this will beat Super Metroid, Super Mario World, or Link's Awakening.
Exactly.
Fucking bold move, Cotton.
Nick is he's Cheeto fuel from his munchies. He's bold.
He's got the munchies and he's amped.
Hungry.
The takeaway from this episode will be Syrup Pirate.
Syrup Pirate,
this is going to be all over the place. Matt's going to be like, what the fuck? Nick's trailing off again. Fuck.
Yes.
I got to cut this. I'll put this here. Oh, shit.
That's why I haven't edited the arcade one. At least this follows like A happens, and then we talk about B, and then we talk about C. Arcade was like, we talked about A, then D, then F, then R. Here's Z, here's A, here's Z again. So I go to edit. I'm like, fuck this. I know what I'm getting into. So that's why I've been putting it off.
Yeah, probably have on this one too.
What's that?
Syrup Pirate strikes again.
Oh, God. But,
take us out.
Yeah. Follow on our socials, Spindash Retro, Twitter, Instagram. Matt is going to be getting more involved, he said. He's going to be throwing some tweets and some stuff out there that's very controversial even. That'll really make you guys repulse us even more. Follow us, listen to us anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Spindash Retro. Catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Later.
That was the biggest struggle of my life.